Welcome to NothingisOB South Texas Golf Podcast with your host, Andy Torres. Welcome to NothingisOB South Texas Golf Podcast. As usual, I'm your host, Andy Torres. Now tonight, my special guest is from OAKBURY Golf Apparel. I will be having Mark Villagomez on the show tonight. Let's go ahead and let's get right into it right here. Mark, my man, thank you so much for being on tonight, brother. I so appreciate you. Mark, can you hear me?
Yes, I got you.
All right, you got me, my man, dude. Thanks so much, man. Hey, got a lot of good shit to get on it. Hey, and word on the street is, want to make sure you still hold your commitment. You will be here this Saturday to play your first FOREBROS event out of Fort Sam.
That is correct. I will be there, and I'm excited to be out there, man. I appreciate the invite always to be on the show and to get out there to play.
All right, man. Hey, just make sure, bro. Remember, I gave you a little bit of taste at Black Horse, all right? So you're gonna get the full meal deal, dude. I can't let you embarrass me out there. I have to be NothingisOB in full form.
With where my game's at right now, I don't think you have anything to worry about, brother.
We just want to know, is it in a dark place? Are you in a dark place right now?
My game is Kanye West about 3 months ago. That's for me right now.
Well, shoot, man. Well, hey, congrats, man. Congrats on your new baby boy, right?
Yeah, man. I appreciate that.
How's it going, man? How's that? I know this ain't your first time around the sun, man, but how's it going right now?
Man, you know what? I've been blessed all 3 times. I've had some really easy to deal with kids, and so far this one is he's following suit, man, and I'm just blessed, man. I really am. All
right, man. Right here, we got Mike Osman. What's up, fellas? I'm sure you know that name, Mike Osman.
Mike's a 2-time customer with OAKBURY. He's Team OAKBURY certified right there, man.
Hey, he's gonna be in our group.
Yeah, man.
He's gonna be in our group.
I'm excited.
Just be careful. There's a lot of paraphernalia over there. Okay, all right. You gotta be careful, man. All right.
Okay.
At the end of the round, you might say somebody touched you and you don't know who it was.
Yeah. You know what? I don't judge, man. It just happened, man.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. Episode 98. We're almost there to that 100th episode right here. We're gonna be talking about episodes number 3 and 4 on Netflix's Fullswing. We're going to be talking about some new products that Mark and OAKBURY Golf Apparel are bringing out. And you're bringing out, dude, some straight fire, boy. I mean, like straight fire. Dude, look.
I sure appreciate you saying that, man.
Right there. Okay, some great fucking quality, great material right here. And I'm going to tell you right now, dude, I was waiting to get you on the show. I was a little bit upset, bro. I saw somebody rocking a 20% off code, and I said, what the fuck, man, Mark? I said, hey, dude, like, I thought we were boys, dude. I mean, come on, man. I got a 15%. I saw some dude, some rando, some hobo on the street gets 20%.
That's my brand ambassador, man. David Harrison, he plays for UTSA.
Hey, I know, bro. Look, I got Rowdy back here, boy. I got Rowdy back here.
He's the only other one that has a code. But yeah, we were trying to incentivize some of his classmates and college kids. They're not they're trying to get by, so I'm showing some love to them, man. I try to show love to everybody, man. I really do. Any customers that buy from me know that I usually give a handwritten note, and
personal touch, baby. Personal touch. One. And I think, and I'm going to tell you right now, I mean, and you kick it with some other brands. You kick it with some other small local brands there in Houston, and I know you've done your research, right? You've done a lot of your research in regards to what materials. You told me the first time we spoke about hats being off-centered and not fitting right and everything like that to your nature, and you didn't want to put any bad shit out there, right? And so,
man, I just won't.
And you know what? And that's the thing. And I don't think if anybody knows that, I'm hoping they're listening right here, is that you're putting out a good product, or a product not only that you would rock, that you think other people would feel comfortable and they would love to rock, and make sure that, hey, because we know us high handicappers, right? We better it's better to look good, look good, feel good, and then if you don't play good, at least you still look good.
Right, that's right, man. Now I draw inspiration from some of the bigs, man. And I say that, but I don't just gravitate towards Nike anymore. I think their apparel has just really gone downhill. But there's some newcomers stepping up that are already big and established, and I draw inspiration from them, and I try to not copy their stuff, because there's a fine line you have to walk, man. In this game, you have to walk a fine line where you have to be creative enough, but you have to be competitive, and that's what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? So you're gonna get a quality product, and you're gonna get it shipped as soon as you order it. That's just how we operate.
And you said that right there. You said you do that personal touch, you do that handwritten note, and that's when I knew I had to rock with you, because I said, dude, like, and I'm hoping you don't give everybody a 2.5 page report like you gave me. All right.
No.
All right. Because I'm gonna message David Harrison on Instagram right now and be like, you know what, man, maybe he just tells every girl the same shit.
My heart was hurting when I wrote you that note, bro.
All right here, guys. All right, got a couple of commenters right here. Freddie Garcia, what's up with the porn stash, Andy? Dude, I'm just lazy right now. I'm just lazy right now, bro. I'm just lazy right now.
Hey, all man. Right. However you got it.
And I got Sergio. Mark, you got to play Andy 555, and he has to give you pops. Oh, I took him last time, Serge. I took him last time in Houston. So don't worry. He's playing for free out there. So you know what? He's got to bet me. So he can't say no. We're
going to make it fun, man. We're definitely going to make it fun.
And Sergio, excited to have you in the field on Saturday.
Man, I sure appreciate that.
Hey, dude. Hey, we got a banger, bro. We got a banger, dude. Hey, okay, you tell me. And we had the GM here, Brandon Ellis, for Fort Sam, where we're playing right here, and this is one of the bases that it is open, because the course is separate from like the base, right? The base is like across the street, and it's fenced in, and so, but this is still this still military grounds, right?
Right.
And the course is not in the best shape, and we had the GM come on for the Against the Grain podcast. And he went up there and he didn't play, he didn't try to, luke water it or whatever. He said he knows that there's some problems. He knows it's not in the best shape. They're trying, they're working on it. They're not just sitting on their asses, sitting on their lulls. And they got 2 courses, and you know what? They're trying to get some things going. He gave us a great rate, $45, burger, fries, range balls. We got FOREBROS, courtesy of the FOREBROS board, the player fund, NothingisOB. We got beers for y'all on the turn, beers before we go off, and then potentially beers when we get back in the clubhouse. So you tell me, Fred, and all that for $45. You tell me, Mark.
No, man, that's a great deal. And to be honest, I've never been a part of any kind of tournament like this, like where you guys are already an established group. So it's going to be new for me, but from everything that you've already laid out just now, dude, I mean, how can you beat that? Really, how can you? It's just impossible. I pay that to go to a municipal on a regular Tuesday night at twilight, at that. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying. And I know you're in the game. You're in the golf apparel game. You're in Houston, to where everything's just. I think it's supposed to be a little bit pricier than San Antonio, right? And because it's just, hey, there's a shitload of people there, right? There's a shitload of people everywhere. Houston's overpopulated, right? Yeah. And so I think that's something that we do for our members, and I feel like damn proud, and I'm glad that somebody outside of San Antonio is going to get to be able to experience that and kind of take that back to you and yours, and see what.
Man, I'm excited, and I've already told a couple people that I play with down here about it, and they're like, man, next time let me know. So I'll definitely be sending you people that are interested in playing with FOREBROS. I think it's really good what y'all are doing, and like I said, I've never been part of anything. I never even had a handicap, brother. Like, I was too cheap to go pay the U.S.
the Gahin. And plus, 18 birdies, bro. 18 birdies, Mexicano.
Yeah.
That's it. All you got to do, Mexicano, just get that 18 birdies. They'll do a handicap for you.
There you go.
Okay, brother. All right. So I got right here one more. We got one more comment right here. Norman Garza, fire gear from OAKBURY.
Man, Norman, believe it or not, we met on Instagram, and we actually play golf now. He's, man, super cool dude. He's got his own stuff coming out too. And that's the one thing about us, man, over here at OAKBURY. If anybody asks me for, hey, who'd you get to make this, or who'd you get to make that? I don't have any problem sharing that stuff, because somebody shared it with me, and they didn't have to. So I just returned the favor, man. I believe I'll be blessed down the road, for being a good person overall. And that's no different than how I live my life on the regular. So I'm just going to keep doing that with OAKBURY as well.
Well, I think so, bro. And you know what? You learn a lot from playing around a golf with somebody. And I think it was super important that I go and I played out there. And I'm really thankful that you were able to play with me and one of my good fraternity brothers and one of my best bros, Franco, out there at Black Horse.
Man, shout out to Franco.
Hey, dude, he's the man, bro. Hey, we're over there ready. Hey, what's the cost over here? And Franco's like, it's taken care of. You know what? Dude, you're my brother forever. Hey, you always got a spot.
So unexpected for me. I never met this man. He just, bought my round. That was super dope. And he's an OAKBURY customer too, man. You know what I mean?
There you go.
You meet a lot of good people that you never would have out, if you didn't play. And that's what I try to tell people that don't play. Like, man, you are missing out,
dude. And that's the thing, dude. It's just this game, man. This game is so beautiful. And I think as you have a child, you have a new child. Hey, these rounds get a little bit lesser and lesser, right? You have those opportunities. Myself as a coach, I'm hitting spring seasons. I got 4 sports going on. And so it's like these rounds mean a lot. Like if I get on the course with somebody right now, like I want them to understand that, look, you're not just some rando. Like you are somebody that I'm making time for away from my family. I'm making time away from putting y'all into the schedule. My wife puts everything into the schedule and it's like, like every day we got some shit going on, right? With the kids, something. And so it's like that's what I want people to understand is that if I'm out here playing with you, like that means I rock with you. That means you're in my circle. That means you know what? You mean something to me.
You passed the vibe check. You are already certified. Yeah, no.
Well, good, man.
And to be honest, that's what I appreciate about you. I just reached out to you because I saw you on Facebook, and man, I never in a million years expected to be on the podcast the first time. And now here we are. We're damn near good buddies. You know what I mean? Like, we rock with each other heavy. And what do we have to say? Who do we have to thank for it? Golf.
No, exactly. And you know what? And that's what's going to be badass is that you're going to meet a lot of my like-minded dudes from FOREBROS that it's just about the golf. And that's probably one of the last things I'm going to say is that we are a customer first group. Like we are a member first group. Like it's about the members. And I'm going to say it again, the members. It's all about that member experience. Like, people, when you put like some other groups, and I'm not trying to talk shit about other groups, but sometimes, hey, they fee you to death, little fees here or there. No, whatever you put in the pot, we put all that money back to the guys and give everybody that opportunity to win their money back and then some. We take 0 of it.
And I don't think people really realize like all the work that goes into putting on these events, man. It's truly amazing what y'all are doing. I commend y'all for it. I'm happy to be associated with it in any way, whether I'm playing or, you guys are in San Antonio, so I don't make it very often, but whether playing or, people, you're out there talking about us, wearing our gear. I appreciate it all, man.
No, dude. Thank you, bro. Hey, like I said, and keep putting out fire shit, dude. So once we get after episode 3, I want you to talk about some of the new stuff. I just want to know, is that hat a new hat too?
Yeah, man, this is unreleased, man.
Oh, come on, man. Why are you not sending me this shit, dude? Why are you not sending me this shit?
I don't have it all yet, man.
Come on.
Before I place an order, man, I gotta have it one for me to see if like I said, if I wouldn't rock it, I'm not gonna put it out. So, but yeah, this one's definitely in the pipeline. It's coming.
All right, man. Let's kick things. Let's get right into it, man. Netflix Fullswing right here. We're gonna be going over episodes 3 and 4, and what were some of your highlights? What were some highlights to take out of episode 3? It was really just like it was the Ian Poulter episode.
Man, episode 3. You know what? It just kind of reminded me that Ian Poulter is that guy that you can kind of overlook, but will come up quickly and whip your ass in golf. I mean, when they said on the episode that he was undefeated in match play against the U.S. in the what is that, the Ryder Cup? Man, it shocked me, but then I sat there and started thinking about it, and I was like, man, you know what? Ian Poulter will whip your ass if you're not paying attention, man. Like, I've seen it happen.
He is, and I think that's the stigma, and that's his claim to fame is that he is a Ryder Cup god. Like, you you don't fuck with that dude on Ryder Cup like that guy. And he talks about it. He says some weird comments, like is the Pope Catholic? He's like, is the Pope Catholic, right? And he's being real chummy. You can tell he's a guy that laid it on real thick for the episode, and he was really trying to lay it on thick for the viewers. And but that dude, he's a savage, man. He's a killer on the course, and that's somebody that I would love to beat. Like, he was a guy that you would love to beat. But then at the end of the day, you get your ass beaten. You're like, how did I let that guy beat me, right?
Yeah, man. And I've seen him for years. I watch a lot of golf, always have. Even before I played it, I watched it. And he's one of those guys that he'll take your attention off of the game with his loud clothing and his loud hairstyle. But if you're not 100% locked in golf, you will find yourself on the wrong side of that scorecard, man, when you turn it in.
Well, I think one thing that was really important that one of the highlights I took is that he got his ass whooped in Dell, right? He got his ass whooped in Dell, and I've had the privilege to cover the past couple Dells, and and I always like to see him, and it's a little bit slower paced because it's match play, because it's only two of them, and so they're aligning and checking out putts here left and right, and they're kind of living and dying for that half or for that point, or they're down one, they need to half the hole, or they need to win the hole, right? And so I thought he got his ass kicked. He got his ass kicked in 2022 at the
Bro, he got cooked. He got cooked alive, man. I mean, and you know what the crazy thing is? Everything that happened on these episodes, all of them really, it took me back because I can remember. I watched so much golf. I remember being right here on my couch watching that match play, and I was thinking to myself, man, this kid Fitzpatrick is literally, demolishing Poulter. He doesn't even have a shot. I remember seeing him up on that hill, where they show it on the episode where he just hacks something, and you see a bunch of tree branches and everything fly. And on the episode when he's got the camera right here, you can hear him say, I wrote it down. He says, "You dirty fucking pig." Yeah, man. But
don't you love to hear that shit though? I think that's
really,
one thing. I think that's a big takeaway. It's like you hear these guys like talk shit or say the same shit we do, right?
It's so relatable.
It's so relatable. You're like, man, hey, I say the same dick and fart and bullshit that they say.
You call that ball all kinds of names, man.
One of the other highlights I took away is that I love to see how where he came from and how he's on the come up now. And I think I don't live in an elaborate house, or I don't have we have everything we need, and I'm super thankful. God has blessed me immensely, more times than I think I deserved. But I'm gonna tell you, hey, we live on the north side here in town. I grew up as a South Sider in Corpus Christi. I grew up. There's 6 people living in a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. And so, and we talked about that previously about, hey, like we've done a lot to get our families to where we're at right now. And life is good, life is good. And you were thankful. We're super thankful of the position that we're in.
It ain't all great, it ain't all bad either, huh?
No. Right. Exactly. And so, but the thing is, it's like, hey, Ian Poulter got his family there. Like he got him from a rough situation. He got him there
from the UK to the US.
And back every now and then, right? Flying. They said what it cost $150,000 to charter the private plane that he took with his family. It cost $150,000 every time.
Man.
Yeah.
He's doing it with ease.
Yeah, he's doing it with ease. And you know what? But what do you do? It's like you work hard so you can play hard, right? You work hard so you can play hard, and you know what? You're going to share with the people that your day ones, right? The people that have been in your corner, the people that have never doubted you, that believed you and supported you at your lowest moments. And so I see that, and I'm just like, dude, I would do the same fucking thing. Live it up, baby boy. Like, live it up. You and your family.
I did want to touch on that too, because I've never been a huge fan of Ian Poulter. Matter of fact, I've seen him several times, and the first thoughts to my head is, one, this dude has a really dumb haircut. Two, he really truly believes that his pants are everything. He believes that they are something, but I mean, it's just they're not. I'm gonna say it right here, they're not. But what I'll say from watching the episode is that I learned that I don't have any kind of hate towards that man. He's a really good golfer. Like I said in the opening, he will cook you if you're not careful. And secondly, just from, you know, seeing where he's coming from and everything like that, what would anybody do at that point in their career when you're offered tens of millions of dollars? You're going to take it at his point in his career. I truly believe anybody would take it.
I think you have to, and you're right. I mean, he's on the down slope of his career. He clearly is, and it sucks right now. You know, and now that we're talking about Liv, it kind of sucks that you know what? But why can't everybody just admit that Phil was right? Phil was right. Like you know what? Oh no, he was right, but he wasn't exactly right about. No, he was right.
He was right.
He was right. They're coming out with money from all sorts of places. Yeah. You know, Phil said, hey, they got money that they're holding back from the players. You know what? And he was right. He was right about this shit. And the thing is, you know what? They have to acknowledge that because of Liv, they've pushed the PGA out of their comfort zone. They really have.
Definitely.
And it's so funny, man. It's so funny, and it's just like I don't understand how Jay Monahan still has his job. Because you know what? He had the ability to take a meeting with Greg Norman and his group for the PGL, which was the Premier Golf League. And he said, no, we're not taking the meeting. I'm like, what is it going to hurt just sitting down with somebody?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, man. You know, regular folks don't have that luxury. Jay Monahan, I put him up there where the meteorologists are at. They're the only people that can fuck up at their job every single day. That's where I put Jay Monahan.
Man, okay. Speaking of meteorologists, right? There was this one meteorologist in Corpus, right? His name was Maglovio Pettis, right? Like I couldn't stand him, dude. He was just horrible, right? Because I used to work at HEB back in high school. We're getting way off subject here, but I think it's relevant to the meteorologist. And I bagged his groceries for him, and I took him out there. And you know, I guess these guys have to wear so much makeup, right? And like it's so caked on, right? Well, he comes in, and I'm like, dude, this dude's face was like falling off, and I'm just like kind of staring at him, whatever. And his wife was there with him, and his wife was trying to give me a tip. And HEB, it's rare you get tips, but this was back in the 90s. Right. She was trying to give me a tip, and I said, "Oh, thank you, man." He goes, "No, you're not supposed to give them tips." And I'm over here like this motherfucker, right? Like this motherfucker. Wow. Well, okay, finally I move up to San Antonio. Well, you know what? This motherfucker follows me. He moves up like I think with like in 6 months, and he moves up to San Antonio. And I was like, this guy has something for me, right? Like, well, I go and I bag his groceries at Albertsons here in San Antonio. There's no more Albertsons here, but I bag his groceries, and I'm like, this motherfucker in my mind, like, are you following me? Like, are you following me? I was like, you're the worst fucking meteorologist in my life.
Hey, he came back to give you that tip, man.
He was trying to give you a tip of his wee-wee. That's what he was probably trying to do, that bastard. And Freddie right here, Domingo Live. Sábado. Well, okay, all right. So what was back to the Full Swing episode 3, Money or Legacy? What was one of the other things that stood out to you?
What stood out also is that Ian Poulter, man, you know, I had just touched on this. On anyone would do it, but he says it, you know, right there in front of everybody. Like, I'm gonna do what's best for me and my family, and I can't be mad at that, man. That's what I came away with. Because I was never, like I said, I was never a big Ian Poulter guy. I'm still not, you know, but I think before I maybe tossed him in the group of people that I kind of am annoyed by. You know, I don't hate any golfers. I don't have any reason to, but maybe people that I'm just kind of annoyed by because of the loud pants and because of the fact that he not only wears those pants, but he thinks they look good. And he has enough money to get somebody to tell him that they don't. So with that part, I've always been annoyed with that guy, but at the end of the day, you know, when you're exposed with your family and your private life and you put that out there for the people, I got to say, man, I can't knock anybody for taking care of their family, man. I just can't.
Never, right? We got Juan Munoz right here. Ian Poulter style and Kaka right here. So Kaka is better than Ian Poulter style.
Juan Munoz, that's my guy, man. That's my guy.
Okay, so okay. But you know what? His hair, I like it. I like it. It's fun. It's fun though. But you know what? I like it if we were like in 1997. Like,
Okay.
I love it.
All right.
love it.
You needed to clarify that. I didn't know.
I love it. But his hat looks like it's the visor. It's the visor with the wig, right? That's what it looks like. That one, that's the visor with the wig, right? That's what his hair looks like.
I was looking at it right now, doing a refresher before we started this podcast, and I was thinking to myself, okay, he's got a regular haircut now, like an adult, 40-year-old haircut. His polos they're full of sponsors, but they're well fitted. I was just thinking, like, man, from the waist up, there's really nothing wrong with his attire now. I can deal with the visor. I really can. A visor doesn't bother me if you're comfortable. It's just his pants and his shoes, man. I don't know where.
Oh shit, Arnold, Andy, you remember your blonde tips? You know what, bro? I had a blonde copete. I did.
No,
I did, bro. Fernando Vargas, bro.
Yeah.
That was my dog, dude.
I was a huge Vargas fan too.
You know it, so I had it just like him, dude. I had it just like him, bro.
My dad wouldn't let me.
Hey, it only cost $10 at the barber college to get it bleached, bro. To get it bleached.
Yeah.
All right, bro. So all right. So let me go ahead and let me pay a couple bills here. I'm gonna take you out real quick. We're gonna go ahead and just talk a little bit about FOREBROS. We're gonna bring you on. So make sure you get some of that new fire you got. We're gonna get into it. Talk about some OAKBURY golf apparel. All right, brother. All right. Hey, thanks so much to my sponsor, my presenting sponsor, FOREBROS. Please check out FOREBROS Golf Tour on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Snapchat. We are on TikTok. All right. You got some 40-year-old dudes running TikTok freaking accounts over here. All right. Make sure you check us out. FOREBROS Golf Tour. All right. We got all the games. We got a lot of stuff going on here. We got plenty of events right here. We have a home for everybody. Never golf alone again. FOREBROS Golf Tour. All right. We got some big events coming up. I wanted to thank our board. I wanted to thank Scott. I want to thank Charlie, Chris, Jones, Dr. Jones, Sergio, Maya, Jeremiah. Everyone is playing their part. Mike Osman, they're doing some great things for our members. At the end of the day, it's all about the golf. It's all about fellowship, all about our brotherhood. We got a lot of military guys in our group. We have all walks of life. We got brown guys, black guys, white guys, orange guys, green guys. We got all types of guys, a super diverse group. And that is one thing I'm extremely thankful for, is that, you know what, you'll see the freaking rainbow, all the damn different colors, 31 flavors you'll see up in FOREBROS. I am so proud to be part of this group right here. We don't do things like everybody else. We do our own path, and we do it for our members. We have a big event coming up. It is already closed. We got 68 guys. Our St. Patty Open that's going to be played out at Fort Sam on March 11th. Wanted to say a special thank you to GM, fellow FOREBRO, Brandon Ellis, for making this deal happen. And like I said, the board is all about our members. We take zero fees from our guys. We put it all out to our dudes. Make sure you check us out. FOREBROS Tour, never golf alone again. Thank you to my bros for being the presenting sponsor. All right, we're back with our boy, Mark Villagomez from OAKBURY Golf Apparel. Now, Mark, right here, he's putting out some new merch right here. I got a bunch of my dudes. Hey, you know what? All right, so I got a couple of my guys were like, you know what? I got the gray one. I got the green one. You know what? I have to carry both of them. You know what? I had to end up getting the blue and white wind jacket because you know what? It matched this. It matched this. We got a lot of sneakerheads, a lot of golf sneakerheads, a lot of jump man in my group.
Yeah, man. So that was one thing I wanted to talk about. The one thing, and you know, I'm gonna keep it 100% honest. My brand, we're new. We're trying to tap into this market that's super competitive, and it's tough. But what I will say that I'm personally proud of is that customers who have bought one, they always come back and they always send me messages like, "Man, I can't believe the quality. I can't believe you guys are doing stuff like this." And that's what I strive for. You know, the content and you know, having a social media presence is hard for me. You know, my personal account, my own personal account, I think I had 200 followers or something like that, and that was intentional. You know, I didn't accept anybody that I didn't know, but you know, with now having my own business, I've learned, you know, you got to put that content out there and you got to be engaging with people, and that's what I do on the regular. Like, don't be surprised if you're watching this show and I've reached out to you before, just commented on your stories, or easy stuff like that, where I can just say like, man, that was a fire outfit, or that was a good swing, that you posted right there. That's because that's how we do it. That's how I'm growing the game. I'm also to grow my brand, instead of just wasting money on Facebook advertising, I'm actually giving shit away to my customers. Like right here, no joke at all. Right now, we got a giveaway going on. The Tiger Woods 13s. And there's no gimmicks there. The other pairs right there, that's mine. This is to give away. Like, that's my advertisement right there. And that's how I feel like, man, some people will say like that's crazy, but that's just how I'm gonna keep going about things, because I feel like if I'm genuine and my customers are happy, I feel like eventually I will win. And that's my motto right now.
No, I think you're doing it all the right way. I do. I think you're a genuine guy, and I'm just I'm grateful to be for you to be a supporter of the podcast, and that we're boys, and that we've become friends, and we've become
Sure.
and again through this game of golf, and I'm looking forward to, man. Like you said, you're doing your research, you're doing your homework, you're putting out some good shit. So let's go. Let's talk about some of the shit you got coming out right here. I got one of the hats on right here. Here it is right here.
So we already had the wind shirts out. I'm sure people have been seeing these. We got the orange and gray, the blue and white and red, and then the green and yellow for sure. And man, I also wanted to come on here and thank all the customers, especially the ones from NothingisOB podcast, because when I started, this was my first idea, man. The Sounded Good hat. And when I have 9 left, man. I bought 100 of these. I have 9 left, and man, it touches me sometimes. I get emotional about it, because I don't have any experience in doing this. It was all on a whim, you know what I mean? And that it was just something I thought I might be good at, but to have 9 left out of 100, that really feels great. And you know what I mean? People really love this hat, and to be honest, I probably would do more. But the way that my mentor kind of told me, he was like, look, man, you gotta buy it, you gotta sell it and push it. And after that, if they don't grab it, you know what I mean? And it's time to move on to the next thing, until I'm, whatever level, Malbon or Nike, whoever you want to say, until I'm that level, then I can bring stuff back. But right now, it's like you got to get on the train. It's gonna leave you behind.
Okay, let's talk about this new one you just got right now.
Right on.
I'm thankful that you sent me one. Hey, I love it. I love this freaking hat. This
man, so
beautiful.
This was my first time dealing with somebody stateside, and I'm really happy with the quality. I wanted a raised embroidery, something that's thick and that definitely stands out. We used our secondary logo. So we have 2 logos. The one you see right there in the corner of the screen, that's our main logo. And this is our secondary logo. It's the O and the G, OAKBURY Golf. That's what it stands for. It's got a golf ball and a tee. And man, I just wanted to go with something that you can wear on the course and off the course. I mean, this material right here, you're not going to sweat through. But at the same time, it's got that low profile fit that you could wear to the bar or to a barbecue, wherever you want. And so that was the goal with this one. This one I did even less, because I was just kind of unsure. I definitely didn't get 100 of these. So if you want one,
it came out freaking clean, boy, like clean. Like you said it right, dude. You said it exactly right. I've rocked it everywhere. And plus, I know it's navy blue and red, right? But I kind of look at those as kind of like Gonzaga colors, right? And my school is red and royal blue. We're the Bulldogs, so we rock like a lot of red and royal blue, red and blue. And then my daughter's school is also red and royal blue. So I'm like, dude. So everybody kind of looks at me like they kind of do double takes, like, oh man, this guy's rocking like school colors, right? And I love it, man. I'm telling you, like the combo is great. It's not a long bail. It's not too high. I got a short fat head, so it fits freaking perfect. And you're right.
Man, I have a huge George Lopez head. Like, I mean, this mug is big. And No, but you know what? It fits me great still, even with it's got the unstructured look, like I was telling you. But what really surprised me is with the baby blue and white, and then you throw this hat with some navy blue shorts. Man, the response has been great out on the like, people are acting like I'm some kind of and I'm just like, man, I just threw this on, you know what I mean?
Hey, follow me for more tips. Follow me for more tips. Okay, so right here. So just letting everybody know, all right, all you got to do is visit oakburygolf.com and use code NothingisOB to get 20% off your order. 20%, okay? Sorry, we're not slumming it anymore with the 15%. We got that extra 5%. And I'm going to tell you right here. Quality shit, like quality shit. And I think that's what I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I was a little nervous about getting that wind jacket, right? And so I get that gray one, and I'm just like, dude, this is like some like legit good material, dude. I'm like fuck, man. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. You know, the zipper's good, everything's good, and you always kind of look, and you always said that like is one arm shorter than the other, longer than the other, right? And you're always worried about that, those distribution, but it's good quality stuff. It's badass, and I think you're putting out like some good shit that's making it that people want to wear it on and off the course.
Man, and we're building this clientele right now, and like I said, you know, right now I'm still. Every purchase, I'm sending them a discount code for their next purchase. You know what I mean? That's what I do. But at the same time, I don't think people realize like these prices are not going to stay where they're at.
Right.
This is the introduction. This is the introduction for you guys. And if you get on this train early, man, I'm so happy for you because you're going to be, you know, really reaping the benefits. And I'll just let you know that the next grouping of whatever it is, you know, I don't know if I might do some long sleeves like that or something similar to this. I'm not always going to be able to keep these prices where they're at, so you guys need to tap in. And though people are already, it feels great, you know, to get traction in a game that I have no experience in, you know. And but at the same time, you know, don't let the train leave the station. You know what I mean?
Hey, I agree with that, man. I so agree with that. Right here, Sergio. Mark, can you bring some hats to sell? I use the divot fixer all the time.
I am bringing hats. I'm bringing a few shirts in each sizes. So yeah, for sure. I'll be bringing the new hats, and I think I might bring a few of those. Sounded good.
Hey, you need to save me one, bro. Because honestly, I gave one to Jeremiah. I gave one to Jake. Like these guys all talk shit to me, and so you know I don't have one. So you know you got to bring me one because you know what?
Hey man, I got you. You've showed me love since day one, bro.
I make sure to take care of my boys. Like they're jelly. They're jelly over here, and I'm like normally they don't have they don't want any of my shit. You know.
Hey, you want to hear something crazy? I played golf the other day with a guy that he was one of my first customers, and he bought the what was kind of a play on the Houston Open, the Shell Houston Open. We did a kind of a play on that with the towel. You know, we did our own version. I have none left for myself. And he kept his icy white. He doesn't use it. He just hangs it on his bag. He tucks it away so that it doesn't get dirty.
For sure.
At it, and I told him, I was like, you know, I have none of those left for myself. Not one. They're gone. They sold out. And I'm like, I was hurting, man. I was just looking at his icy white towel. And I said, Jesus Christ.
You're trying to give him a sad story so he can, hey.
He wasn't having it. He was like, bro, I might hang this up in the house next time so you're not over here crying about this shit.
All right. Right here. Arnold Garcia, do you take Afterpay Affirm? Klarna asking for a friend. LOL.
No, I definitely do. I'm set up for I believe it's Affirm or Afterpay.
Damn, there you go, boy. There you go.
On the site. So if anybody is looking to pay 4 payments, man.
Food stamps, EBT. Hey, right? You take it off. Take it off.
Oh man.
Right here. Franco. That personal note card is a nice touch as well. And
man,
again,
as long as I'm able to right now, I'm not gonna stop. You know what I mean? Like I said it on the first podcast. Like that's just the way my grandfather raised me, man. Look somebody in the eye, shake their hand. If I can't shake your hand, I'll write you a handwritten note. That's just the way I'm gonna keep doing things.
And I think in this will be the last point that we make before we get into episode 4 right here. I think now in this day and age, everybody is fighting for that customer, right? Everyone's fighting for that person to rock their gear. You know, they're fighting for that mighty dollar. And I think what's really separating people, and we see it here in the golf game in San Antonio, is that customer service, that extra touch, that personal touch, that do you love what you're doing? Are you taking pride in it? Or are you just looking at me as like a freaking dollar sign? You know, are you in with me? Are you rocking with me? Or are you just profiting off of me? You know, and I think when you look at, you know, and we see it all the time, is being on the board for FOREBROS and being in the Nothing is OB golf podcast game here. A lot of people look at you as like, how can I profit off of you?
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely know there's people out there like that. But when I came into this thing, you know, as I was getting started, I had some mentors, and they kind of laid out the groundwork for me, man. I've shouted them out a ton of times. I always will. You know, Sneak Apparel, they're a streetwear brand. They don't really deal with golf. And Rally Golf brand. I mean, I'm gonna always shout these dudes out. And then as I've gone along, I've learned also from other people that I don't even know personally, that I've never met. I've learned online, like people just sharing knowledge. Like me myself, when I'm out in the market shopping for a golf shoe, man, I go look at tee it up with tee up kicks with Chris. He's on Instagram.
He's badass, dude. He's real badass, dude.
I won't buy the shoes unless this man has done the review on it. I won't.
That's a good point. And you know what? He's cool because some almighty, you know, Instagrammers, you know, IG guys, they won't get back to you. They're too, or sometimes they don't run it, right? Sometimes they don't even run their shit.
We talk all the time.
He's cool as fuck.
All the time. He's a cool ass dude, man.
Yeah, real cool.
I'm real thankful to have made contacts like that. Even though, like I said, I don't know him personally. But I've asked him questions about shoes. I'll tell you that much.
All right, man. Let's hop on in right here. Let's hop on in right here to episode 4, Imposter Syndrome. And I think this was one of the like the fun episodes right here. It was one of the fun episodes because it introduced to a lot of people that they might not know if they're not hardcore PGA followers, which is Joel Damon right here. And they took a good deep look into the kind of like the personal side off the golf course, right? And I love the stories, dude. I love the stories. And you know what? After losing my mom close to 11 years ago, like I have a soft spot in my heart for when an athlete or just, you know, people in general, like can still look back and say, man, I still miss them to this day. And they lost a parent, they lost a loved one. And you know what? Because that tells me that that person played such a role in their life and that they not only were like family members, but they were like friends, you know, and had like a real friendship and relationship. And so I loved how they gave us his encore stuff, you know, the trials and tribulations, the cancer, you know, potentially not being able to have kids, and then, you know, having, you know, him and his wife being pregnant, and, you know, showing him like in the everyday life. And I think that's really what I want to see more than anything.
Yeah, no, you know what? I had to rewatch that episode because I'm not a huge Joel Damon fan. And after watching it the first time, I think I went into it a little bit too strong with my opinions. But after
what did you initially tell me? What did you initially think? Say it.
Initially, okay, so I talked to a lot of people that watched this show. I mean, the entire series. And the general consensus was people were not happy with Brooks Koepka giving the I don't care attitude. But when I first watched this, I got that vibe from Joel Damon. I got the vibe that he just really doesn't care. He, you know, he can be the 70th best in the world, and he's cool with that. But as I watched it a second time, I grew a deeper appreciation from where he's coming from. He truly doesn't believe that he can be better than the 70th best in the world, and that's okay. That really is okay. From watching it the first time, I knew he was a normal guy, you know, a bro, pretty much. You know what I mean? He drinks beer, you know, he likes to party, he throws a cornhole. Dude's a regular, everyday guy, but he can definitely hit a golf ball, and he showed that in the episode where, you know, he was solo second at the U.S. Open. I had never heard of him until that time.
I think he was. I don't think he was solo second. I think he was tied for third. I think
tied for third. I'm sorry.
I think. Don't quote me, but I know it was. He was up there, right? He was up there top 3. You know,
I'm definitely not right.
He was top 3, and man, you know what? But I like seeing that other side. I like seeing the normalcy, right? I like seeing the.
I wanted to ask you because there was a clip, and I'm not sure if a lot of the audience saw it. I saw it because I watched it 3 times. When he's showing his pictures of his mom, who's passed away, R.I.P. to her, man. He's showing a picture of when she was young, and it's him as a teenager, his mom, and his dad. And as it's, I guess, it's a live video. It's not really a photo, but as they zoom in, Pops reaches down and grabs a handful of mom's ass.
I saw that, dude. I was wondering that too. Hey,
after that, I said, you know what? I can't hate on Joe Damon. His pop is just like me.
But you know what? Okay, right, bro. Like my wife, like, hey, she knows she bending down, and I'm in the vicinity. I'm swiping that fucking credit card, Yeah. Hey, and it's always accepted. It's always accepted. Ain't no decline up in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then sometimes my wife's like, hey, what's up? Like, like, do you not see it here? Do you not right? Do you not see it? And he's the everyday guy. He's the everyday fucking guy. And you know what? I love how his wife said that maybe now that there's a baby on the way, it's going to change. It could potentially change how he goes about his business, right?
Oh, definitely. And the worst part is, like, I really truly feel like he has the potential to be better than number 70 in the world. And I guess in the beginning, when I first watched the episode, I was kind of frustrated because I felt that just watching him in the U.S. Open. I watched that one too, and I remember thinking, like, man, who is this guy, and why have I never heard of him? Well, after watching the episode, I realized why I never heard of him. He doesn't really care to be in the spotlight like that. But what I'll say is I do feel like he's won me over a little bit because originally, like I just touched on, everyone that I've talked to was really giving Brooks a lot of shit. But I think with Brooks, he really does care. He's just a guy that's going to tell you that he doesn't. Versus Joel Damon, I think he truly does not care what his ranking is as long as he's a pro. So that kind of caught me, it caught me in a position where I didn't feel like I wanted to be a fan of Joel Damon, but after watching it twice, maybe 3 times, I'm not going to say how many times I watched the show. I do feel like I'm a bigger Joel Damon fan now than before.
I think that too. It was funny, right? Because I'm having a bit of some issues with getting media credentials solely because I do not belong to a bigger network here for Dell and for Valero, which is a big issue that I can kind of touch on just on another podcast. But it's really interesting because they shoot out, and I still, because of being a previous media member for several Valero Opens, I get these emails, right, and they have their the commitments, right? And I'm gonna say the commitments they're not strong, dude. And is it just because Liv has so many of the top former golfers, top former PGA golfers, right? Top ranked golfers. And then they have to throw this in there because Joel Damon, he did confirm, he did commit to playing the Valero Open. Hit star from Netflix's Fullswing, Joel Damon. And I'm like, this is the guy, like, I mean.
It's frustrating, right?
It's like, this is the guy that we are pumping up to be here. I'm like,
hey,
great dude, but I'm not trying to talk shit, but come on.
I'm glad you brought this up. Not to knock on Joel Damon, like like I said, he's earned me as a fan after watching it twice. But last week at the Arnold Palmer, there was 3 or 4 big guys, 3 or 4, and the rest, who is that?
And at the Honda, I think it was more the Honda than
at the Honda more than the Arnold Palmer. Because you're right, there was Rory, there was John Rahm, a couple other guys, even Kurt Kitayama. I've heard of him.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
I don't really know a lot about him. I've heard of him before, but yeah, the Honda is what I was getting at. Man, I've just been able to see guys tweeting about that on Twitter where they're just like, who the hell are these guys? And it's that new system that the PGA has put out. It's not good, man.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. And what's so funny is that I listen to all these other golf podcasts, and like you had a Peter Molinari. I was really worried about the no cut things, and then after talking to him, I'm really encouraged, and I'm like, that's like, just say you're a company guy. I mean, you can't slap the hand that feeds you. I mean, you really can't. You really can, and it's like
on both of the episodes that we're reviewing, they featured Rory, and to be honest, I feel like Rory has bitten off more than he can chew because he's having to eat all his words now with this new structure.
I think they're just putting too much shit on him, bro. Like, can he just be? Can he just be a golfer?
I'm blaming.
Can he just be a golfer?
I'm a huge Tiger guy. I love anything and everything Tiger does. I feel like Tiger told him, like, man, you need to be the voice because I'm kind of not.
I'm not going to be around. Yeah.
I'm not out there as much as I should be with my injuries. You're the man now, and you need to tell the people that LIV is a bunch of nonsense. And so Rory put that on his shoulders and went double what Tiger told him to say. And now he's out there saying, oh, LIV is this, LIV is that. And then what? Their new structure looks exactly like LIV. It's kind of embarrassing for Rory, man.
I think Rory is just he is obviously the statesman. He's the elderman now, and he's the everyday golfer now for PGA. He is what Tiger was, right?
Right.
I just think that Jay Monahan is putting more shit on Rory on his plate. And you know what? I think there's going to be a breaking point for Rory that I think, what does he want to do? Does he want to be the statesman, the statesman of the PGA, or does he want to be the number one player in the PGA?
You know what? That you hit it right on the head, because what it looks like to me is he used everything that he's been talking about. He used that as fire to push his career back in the right direction. Because if you remember right, he was falling off for a few years. He wasn't making any noise in any of these tournaments. Yeah, he won the FedEx Cup, and that was out of nowhere. I mean, I don't think anybody had him on their radar to win that. But after he started chirping, he's realized, like, man, I can't be out here talking without my play backing it up. So I think he's using it as motivation. And on that part, I'm cool with it. Because imagine if his game right now wasn't at the level it's at when he's out here talking like that.
It would be. You know what? I mean, you're gonna believe maybe like a top 1, 2, or 3 player, right, on what they say. You're gonna believe them. You're not gonna believe the 120th freaking PGA golfer, right? You're not gonna believe the James Hahn, who is still a PGA golfer that's constantly talking shit about the PGA.
Hold on, I got one worse for you, and he's gone. But at the beginning of episode 3, which we reviewed, the Ian Poulter episode, they showed a ranking for a guy that's now at LIV. A guy that I'm never been a fan of. I'm still not to this day. Pat Perez, number 198. Jesus Christ. You got, man, hey, you're on his heels, bro. You're on his heels for 198th best in the world.
But Pat Perez, I mean, he's got the hair, he's got the Jordan, he's got the jump man, he's sponsored by William Murray. I mean, he's got the MGM, he's got a lot of flair.
I'm a huge Jordan golf shoe guy. It has never made me feel any different about Pat Perez. Let
me tell you, he got on the train. He's living it up. You know what? He's eating spoonfuls of that LIV money, and you know what? You know what? But he's a cool guy. We all like him, right? We like him. We like him over. We probably like him more than Kurt Kitayama.
No, Kurt Kitayama got him in my book, man.
Oh man. All right, okay, right here. Jesse Martinez, right here. He lives in is it Atascosa? That's close to y'all, close to Houston, right? Right? Is that close?
But yeah, Atascocita.
There you go. Right, that's where he's from. That's where he lives, and he's come down to play several events too. Really? Jesse Martinez, right here. Yeah. But Rory making himself look like a hypocrite by going and playing in Dubai last month. He really needs to just shut up and play. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Jesse, thank you for commenting, Jesse. And Jesse, you're still on my shit list because I asked him to come sit with us, and he goes, "I'm gonna sit over here when he's eating a burger." So he's on my shit list.
Jesse, I know you can sit with me.
Thank you. I don't know who are you saying, Jesse to sit with you, or I can sit with you.
You know what? Both of you can sit with me.
I don't know. Jesse has his guys. Jesse has his guys, man. All right. So I think what it makes it hard for Rory to just shut up and play is that Jay Monahan's putting a lot of shit on him. And it's Jay Monahan's not allowing him just to play. But you know what? That's one thing I love about Rory, because Rory has had honest takes his whole fucking career. And I think that's one thing that you don't get it a lot, because we talked about it a little bit off air was I told you I just saw The Last Dance again. And I got all those damn feels again like I did back in 98 or back watching Mike and looking at those behind the scenes. Like I get all those feels that, you know what, Jordan and Tiger both were never those type of statesmen that they took political or human rights stances, and they weren't out in the media, and they weren't taking sides, right? They weren't taking sides. And right. I think what Rory has always done is he's taken a side. Like he takes a side, and you know what? I was never a fan of Donald Trump, but one thing I did like about him is that, you know what, whether that motherfucker was an idiot or he's right or wrong, he took sides. I'm just like, and you know what, he's a fucking idiot, but you know what, I'm like, sometimes I like that shit, and I said I'm a fucking idiot too, so you know what, I side with idiots. And I'm just like, you know what, whether it's stupid or right or immoral, illegal, whatever, but you know what, he takes sides, and Rory takes sides, and whether I like it or not, I love that he fucking takes sides, you know?
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and have to agree with you. And you know what? You got to appreciate Rory. He's a company man, which I'm not a big fan of company mans, but he has made his decision. He's gonna ride this train until the wheels fall off the track. And secondly, to touch on your point about Donald Trump, I just heard a podcast today, and I'll go ahead and name it because it's a famous one. It's not like some local mom and pop. But it's the Par 3 podcast with Ben Baller, Stephen Malbon, and J.R. Smith. And they were saying that George Lopez was saying that he played with Donald Trump in a Pro-Am. And Donald Trump has a custom golf cart that drives 30 miles an hour. He zooms it down the fairway. If he's in a fairway bunker, he'll tee his shit up. So I fuck with Donald Trump, man. I wish I could do that,
man. I'm gonna tell you, dude. I just think that I just like Rory's stance. I like it because it's controversial, and I like it. But you know what? Motherfucker's got the game to back it up. And you know what? He's a Nike man. He is a guy, and I just love the goddess of victory. And I just want to see. I want to see Rory do it so bad, bro. I wanted him to do it so bad against Cam Smith out at the Open last year. I just want him to just whip it out, Dirk Diggler style. He looks like Marky Mark, and here I'm a bright shining star.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Actually, you know, just off of his golf game, not off of his what you could call whining lately, but off of his golf game, I've always been a fan of Rory. I love the fact that he's one of the smaller guys, but he's a long hitter and always has been. Always has been. I love the fact that he's a Nike guy. I myself was always a Nike guy. Still to this day on shoes. If you ask me my opinion about their clothes, go shop at OAKBURYGolf.com. But the shoes, like I would never be able to compete. I'm not a shoemaker. And their golf shoes this year is, my God, breaking the bank because they are just coming out with heat after heat after heat after heat. You know, you're right there with me.
Mm-hmm. I am, and I got. We talked about it the other day. We got boxes that just hey,
yeah,
we're waiting in the wings, right? Do I bring them out?
Yeah.
This time, do I hit these greenies on this day, or do I hit greenies out here at this round? Right? You're waiting for that right moment, right? And all right, okay. We've already got on our Rory rant. Let's get back to the episode 4. Let's kind of tie this up. I think one thing I loved about Joel Damon is that how he had a Monday qualify for the U.S. Open. He went, and I think they need to do more Monday qualifiers with some big names, right? Some big names. And it was really interesting. He goes to do the Monday qualifier. And for those people that don't know, Monday qualifiers, this is how guys that have not met all of the requirements to get in these bigger tournaments can qualify, right? And so what happens is he shits the bed the first day, right? The next day he comes back.
It's all on the same day.
Oh, it's all on the same day. My bad.
First round.
The first round. Okay, thank you. First round. Well, he goes, takes a break right after the first 18. Have some fucking. He has some hard, some truly right. Some white claws. Right, he's got some white claws. A little freaking turkey bacon club, and hey, just fucking do it, right? Motherfucker goes low. I think he goes 10 under. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
He went low.
He ends up qualifying, and I'm just like, dude. But isn't that what we do? Isn't that like, hey, isn't that we go maybe from a night out of drinking, we got to have a little bit of the hair of the dog the next day, or we got to, maybe I'm not doing well because I don't got that swing juice. I'm not, maybe I haven't had anything for some medicinal purposes, right? Maybe you gotta kickstart the engine.
Yeah, after watching that the second time and seeing what he did there, that's when I tell you he definitely earned me as a fan. I'm not gonna be wearing a Joel Damon bucket hat, but I he earned me as a fan for sure. He earned my respect, to say the least.
Oh, dude, for reals, and I think he did. And I think one thing is, we did talk about that, like it's kind of a negative, like he's, no, I'm just not that good. I'm just not that good, and he's kind of like, I think almost like whiny, and that, hey, bro, you are that good. Like y'all are the best of the fucking best. Like you are.
I think that was the thing that when I first watched it, I kind of felt insulted that he was maybe saying like, I'm just a regular guy. You're not a regular guy. You're not. You can hit the golf ball really freaking well. And if you just concentrate a little bit, you would be even better than what you are. So I think that's the vibe I got on the first time I watched it. Doubling back, I can appreciate any man that's grinding. I'm grinding right now. I suck at golf, and I really truly have the desire to get better. And I'm not going to give up on that.
And I think that's how a lot of us feel, and I think those are kind of the guys I like to gravitate to. Is that I played around a golf with one of my good buddies last week out at La Cantera Golf Course here in town, and it overlooks Six Flags. It's over here by a nice area, and it was sundown golf. Nobody was in front of us. Nobody was behind us. It was just us two. Hey, if you want to hit another one, I hit another one. Hey, bro, I didn't like how I hit the shot. I'll go for it. I'm gonna take another putt at it. Like, bro, like at our pace, nobody rushing us. It was sundown golf, bro. Like just sundown, beautiful golf at a resort course. Like it's just like time was standing fucking still. Yeah. And it was just like those are the beautiful moments. And you know what? And I'm a grinder. I'm not. There's nothing flashy about my game. I'm 5'4" on a good day. And I like the guys. I like to play with the guys that just refuse to quit on a hole. Like just refuse to quit.
I think when you said you're 5'4", you misquoted. You're a short king, brother.
I'm more of a duke. I'm more of a duke. A duke. And so going back to Joel Damon, I feel for him. I feel for anybody, if you've had anybody that's had cancer and that battles with cancer, and that, cancer sucks and it's affected my family and friends. And so I give this dude mad props for sticking with it, because we always say that. We always talk about that. Golf is like life. You kind of live your life on the golf course like you do. You live your life on the golf course like you live your life out in the real world. Is that, are you going to give in? Are you going to quit? Are you going to enjoy yourself? Are you going to pouty, be a little whiny bitch and say, why me? Or are you going to keep working? Are you going to keep working and just not settle? And I love how that dude is just, he's as much as he says, I'm not that, what? I think he showed us that he's really a guy that refuses to lose.
Yeah, no, like I said, I had to watch it twice, but at the end of watching it 2 times, I just realized, like, man, I cannot knock this dude. He doesn't have the desire to be number one in the world, but he does have the desire not to lose his card. That's evident. So I just had to associate myself with the one thing that I can appreciate and just ride with that. And it, like you said, I mean, I got family that's battling cancer, and it hurts. It hurts to watch. So for sure, I can relate to that type of stuff. And anybody that can come in, whether I said he was in the top 2, you said he was in the top 3 at the U.S. Open. That's major.
And he qualified. He qualified.
Yeah.
Monday qualified.
Yeah. That's hard work. You just got to appreciate it, and you can't do nothing else with it.
All right, bro. Okay, as we wrap up this podcast right here, do you want to give any shout outs or anything? Is there anything that's on your mind that you want to let it out on the podcast before we get off here?
Yeah, there's a few shout outs I want to give, but first, no, I definitely want to tell you, thank you for having me on again. Man, it means a lot, being such a small brand right here from Texas. I can't tell you how much it means just to be on your show, your platform that you had already before you ever met me. You had me on. I greatly appreciate it, brother. Always. You know that. I've told you that in person. And secondly, man, just through making contacts on Instagram and this and that, you meet people that the game of golf, connects you with people. Man, I want to shout out my guy Colin, man. He's making me some content, and he's teaching me the importance of just getting my brand out there online, because like I said, my personal page, I have 200 followers, and that was by design. I would never accept anybody I didn't know. But now that I do have a golf apparel brand, it's I need to be reaching out to people. And met a local guy here in Houston, a beast with the editing, and he wants to go play at the FOREBROS tournaments, man. Next time, I'm definitely going to invite him. So yeah, shout out to my guy Colin, man.
He's out. I don't know him. He's out. He's out. No, bro. You know what? Hey, dude, we have a home for everybody, bro. We have a home for everybody. All right, that's the next thing, dude. Because now we're gonna roll your ass when you get there. So you know what? It's blood in, blood out, bro. FOREBROS, blood in, blood out.
Hey, I appreciate it.
So the thing is, dude, I want to give a couple of shout outs, dude. You talk about Monday qualifying, and I was at a tournament this past weekend for playing with my good buddy Jake Munoz. Dude, it was there was only 2 guys playing, and so they had to hit both shots. Like, dude, like a 2-man scramble, having to hit both shots, bro. Like that was a lot of shots. Like, you're playing like 2 rounds of golf, right?
Yeah.
But again, it was Sunday. Sun was coming down. We're at the Hyatt. My boy A-Rod doing a great freaking job out there, tearing it up out there at the Hyatt. And it was beautiful, dude. It was beautiful. We got to reconnect because we hadn't seen each other in a while because, man, life, right? And it was freaking beautiful, dude. Well, I ran into several top dogs out there. One of my good buddies, Ray Garza from On Par Golf, which is a good man here in town. And I ran into Casey, I say a young man because he's a little bit younger than me. His name is Casey Lim. He's a pro, and he got approved for like 5 Q tour, like school start, something like that.
Right.
And so, yeah, and he's working hard, and he's trying to make a run at it. One of the best dudes in the game. Dude, this boy's a stick. I mean, he's not cocky. Like, you can tell, like this dude, he's a humble dude, got a young family. And I'm really pulling for him, dude. And he's Monday qualifying for the Valero Open out at Fair Oaks Country Club here in Bernie, slightly outside of San Antonio. And I wanted to wish him the best, dude. It was so great to catch up with him. He's such a good young man, and I'm pulling for him. And my last shout out right here, I got to put it up here because she's one of my girls, one of my day ones for the podcast.
I was hoping you were going to get to this one.
Right here.
Yes, man. Right. Shout out to Cameron.
Cameron Carillon right here, dude. This girl is freaking on fire, dude. She's a stud, a great young lady, comes from a great home, great parents. I had her coach Summer on the show, right? Like I think it was like the last show of the 2022. She won out at Trinity Forest. She broke the record for lowest round in the final round, which is a 65. She is the leader of her team out there at UTSA, University of Texas San Antonio women's golf program. Shout out to my girl Cam, killing it, stud, freaking stick, easy on the eyes, and you know it. And she is a freaking bulldog out there on the course. I'm so proud of her. And
she's a baller.
Dude,
she is a baller,
bro.
And, when I first started my brand, OAKBURY, just trying to grow it. You know, I'm reaching out to everybody that's posting, you know, golf content. And I just, you know, simple conversation just on whatever story she posted, always responds, super level-headed. I mean, the coolest girl you could imagine. Like, and I'm happy to see her having such success. I knew it was just a matter of time. I've seen her videos. I know how she can hit the golf ball. She doesn't know me from Adam, but I'm just telling you, like, from watching from afar, I knew it was just a matter of time before that girl, you know, reached something spectacular in the game of golf.
Bro, she keeps doing it, bro. Like, she keeps doing it. I mean, first time in school history, she was an individual medalist or whatever she qualified for the NCAA championship tourney out at Greyhawk in Scottsdale, right? Like,
yeah.
Dude, like first time in school history, bro. No one has ever done it. I've
seen her episode that she has with you. I've watched the whole episode.
Bro,
she's cool.
No, dude, and you know what? And everything she gets, she deserves. Nobody nothing has been given to that young lady, and she's tearing it up, and I'm happy for her.
Until she reaches out to OAKBURY Golf Apparel, I got something for her. I got a package.
No, she's awesome, bro. She's awesome. She's a cool kid, cool cat. And I always remind her, I'm like, hey, just when you get there, don't forget the little people you stepped on to get there. Okay. Hey, Mark, thanks so much for being on, bro. I fucking love it. I don't feel like it's a podcast. I feel like it's a conversation. Man. And you know what, dude? Looking forward to you coming out Saturday. Bring your shit. Bring me a divots tool because I still got that fucking divots tool. I'm gonna get it. It's gonna make its way to answer. It's gonna make its fucking way to answer. I guarantee.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and bring you another one, but you got to tell me right here online which one do you want because we got these.
You know what? I don't say it as it looks like a UTSA color to me. I need that UTSA.
This right here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, from what I see.
You got that.
No, my bad. I see the pink and green.
You got the yellow, green, pink, and gold. And what this was this was a play. I don't know if you ever seen at the Masters, they serve the pimento sandwiches, but the wrappers have a resemblance to this right here. So you tell me, man, you want another?
Yeah, give me that one. Give me that
another
one.
Jalisco, or you want
that one. I'm saving that one. It's still sealed for you, dude. It's still sealed for answer, bro.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna go see my boy out there.
I mean, I reached out to everybody that I could possibly get it to Abe answer, but you're the last one.
No. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, he's gonna give it. He's gonna give it to him. I just haven't made my way out to his.
I believe it, bro.
His man. And so,
if anybody can do it, I believe the king of San Antonio.
Oh man, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna record that right now. Can you say that again? Can you say that again? No, man, bro. Looking forward to it, dude. Hey, once again, congrats on your baby boy. Hey. Fucking badass, man. Make sure you check out my man, fucking Mark Villagomez, OAKBURY Golf Apparel. I'm going to put that right here on the ticker right here one more time. I will put in the show notes as well. Right here. Go to OAKBURYGolf.com. Use code NothingisOB to get 20% off your order. And make sure, guys, you rock it with pride. He does it all for his guys.
But wait, there's more.
Oh.
The items are already on sale. Because winter is almost over, I put all the wind shirts on sale. If you've been looking at them, you've been kicking the tires on them, use that code. You're going to save big on the wind shirts.
Oh, man. Hey, you ain't got to tell this Mexicano, dude. Hey, I'm just looking for a deal. You know what? That's what I always tell the girls. Like,
Dad, grab you every color, bro.
It's like, hey, I'm not out there for the deals. I'm looking for steals.
Yeah, right? There you go.
All right, Mark. You have a good night, brother.
Hey, you too, man.
Hey, my dog, Mark Villagomez, so looking forward to coming out to St. Patty's Day Open for FOREBROS. St. Patty's Day Open. It was freaking great. It was awesome. It was an awesome talk. I can talk to this dude for hours, dude, man. This guy is one of the best dudes in the game of golf. Make sure you go hit up OAKBURYGolf.com. Use code NothingisOB to get 20% off your order. You heard him. He's making way for new merch. So he's got a lot of stuff on sale. Make sure, hey, guys, check him out. Follow my girl, Cam. Make sure, hey, hit up FOREBROS, follow us. Make sure, guys, continue to support the podcast. Got the Valero Texas Open coming up here at the end of this month, tail end of April. Hey, thanks so much, guys, for your support. In the game of life, nothing is OB.